So we need to understand why we actually care what people think, like why we're hardwired as human beings. um, so to say this compassionately, it's because we're hired. It's because we're wired as human beings for connection and belonging. We actually have in our identity and like the 7 human needs, right? This sense of connection and belonging. We're tribal creatures, okay? Back fucking way historical times. Tribal creatures. That sense of belonging, that sense of wanting to fit in or belong to something, right? It's being accepted. And if we're accepted, we're safe. Think about it. Like we often say our brains are wired for like hunter-gatherer times. The exact same thing applies. Like I think back in the day, if you wanted to fit in as part of a tribe, if you weren't, you were abandoned. We want to be a part of something. So what your brain is actually wired and built for is the thought process of if I'm liked, I'm safe. If I'm liked, I'm safe. So imagine in human day and age nowadays, in 2026, that unfortunately is a belief pattern, thanks brain, that probably could do a little bit more damage than good. Okay. We weren't brought up in tribal caveman times thinking, I'm going to stand out. I don't want to be a cool kid. I'm going to have an opinion and be assertive. Like that wasn't how the brain was wired. It was like survive, right? How do we fucking survive? And we survive if we're part of the pack and we're safe. Okay. So what we're teaching here, and I'm not saying it's not possible, but we are literally teaching your brain to do the opposite of what it's hardwired to do. Now, the brain is also capable of changing its patterns. Okay. It's capable of creating new neural pathways in your brain. You can literally train it to do anything. Just because your brain was born thinking, if I'm liked, I'm safe, or a sense of connection and belonging, you can change that way of thinking. You can still feel safe. You can still have connection. You can still belong, but not at the detriment to yourself and your self-worth. Okay. Now, it's also important to note, it doesn't make you weak to care what other people think. That's just you being a human, okay? But it becomes a problem when it starts controlling your life, your thoughts, and you allow other people to determine your worth, okay? So let's try and understand where this actually comes from. So the conditioning, the patterns of the brain, life experiences, okay? So as I mentioned, your brain is capable of creating new neural pathways. Okay. It's learning new patterns. It's learning new beliefs, things like that. So it is constantly learning, right? It starts all the way back from when you're born, even through childhood. So things like, be good, be liked, be seen, not heard. We don't use our emotions. Like that's all things that your brain is learning from whatever environment you're in. If you're being praised for being easy or agreeable, maybe you have a fear of being judged or rejected, and past experiences where you were criticized or excluded. Okay. So imagine having the brain belief pattern that if I'm liked, I'm safe. And you grew up in an environment where you were constantly criticized and excluded, God forbid, abandoned, right? No wonder we're all fucked up. So you can see how this, like looking back on your past experiences where you can go, no fucking wonder I'm a mess. That makes sense. Okay. So if you have those kind of experiences, that's where you develop people pleasing, overthinking, and that need for validation. Okay.